But everybody is gonna listen to it.
Everybody's gonna listen to it.
He's gonna go gold like in the first week. I think the album will go platinum eventually.
If it's really just flutes, I think people are gonna turn it off and they're gonna turn it back. You know, they're not gonna stick with it.
No,
they're not.
No, not at all.
So you think most people? Dead End Hip Hop with another episode of The Rundown. You guys like it, so we're still doing it. Here with the entire crew. Everybody is here. So we're going to jump right into it.
What happened?
Can y'all like the video and hit the thumbs up? Since y'all like it, hit them like buttons, bro. And do a little share. Go ahead, Feefo. It's on you, bro.
Appreciate it, Ken. First topic of conversation I want to talk about. This is definitely my favorite album. I don't even know, maybe all time, but every time we get the question, you know, if you're going to be on a deserted island, you can only bring one album. I consistently say the Black Album. The Black Album has recently turned 20 years old.
So let me ask you something. I know.
Disrespectful. The thing is, I was trying not to disrespect and fuck up your flow. Rod fucked it up.
See, if this was LP and I got my ass up to go take a piss, that would be fucked up.
I wouldn't care though. I don't need to hear what you got to say about LP.
That's some bullshit.
I wanted Feefo to get his shit off. Rod clearly didn't. Just ignorant.
So look, Black Album is 20 years old. But Black Album is 20 years old.
I believe we reviewed this too as a classic on Patreon.
Did we?
On Patreon.
I believe it is. I don't remember half of the reviews we do.
Let me look. I believe so.
Wow. We do need a fucking log, bro. Yeah. It's ridiculous. But how do y'all feel, man? Black Album's 20 years old.
I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that shit was 20 years old. It's really been 20 years?
Yeah, we reviewed it.
You did?
Yeah, classic on Patreon.
We could have released that and let folks check it out on the anniversary, bro.
Yeah, still can, I guess.
I guess we could, yeah. Over the weekend, everybody check it out. You know,
you was in it, Ryan.
Celebrate the video 20-year anniversary.
But no, man, I know you always mention this is your favorite album, and it's not a bad favorite album, like of Jay's or whatnot. I just didn't realize it was 20 damn years. Like, damn, did he do anything special for it at all?
No, I didn't see anything. Damn. People are just talking about it.
Jay been kind of quiet as far as like no celebration of hip hop turning 50. He's been pretty quiet this year.
He's been very quiet.
I would think that he would celebrate it because this is his retirement album, and so the fact that he didn't celebrate, is not celebrating. It's kind of weird, I guess.
Like B say, he's not even celebrating 50 years of hip hop. Like Jay has just been extremely quiet right now, so I don't know what that means. But I know for me, man, 20 years. I still remember the day when I went and bought that album. I had a '96 black Honda Civic hatchback, stick shift. Stopped at a Best Buy that was near the job and bought that thing, bro. And I put it in there. You know, I had a 6-disc CD changer at the time, 10-inch MA audio sub, and I was bumping the fuck out of that album, bro. To me, the reason why it's Jay's best album, in my opinion, has arguably one of his biggest songs. And not big in terms of like sales, but just big in terms of just like the presence of the song, PSA, the theme of the album, retirement. You know, I definitely took him at his word at the time. I know Ken said it was a gimmick to get niggas to buy the album. But I felt like where hip hop was at that time, I felt Jay. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what more could he say at that point in time? Really, realistically, what more can he say now?
Oh. You are so corny. You're so corny. Bro, you know you playing that shit.
I did not.
Yes, you
it comes off. It comes off the tongue.
What more?
It just comes off the tongue. It just comes off the tongue. One of Jay's top 3 albums. Would you agree? Disagree?
It's absolutely top 3. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
top 3 albums.
It's a top 3. It's a top 3.
That's what's up.
It's my third.
Your third.
Today is my.
Well, I will say, what more can I say is definitely my favorite
song on the album.
That's probably one of my top Jay-Z songs. I love that record.
I love what Jay did with the producers. Like he went out with all of the top tier guys, and that was kind of the birth of who Ninth Wonder was to commercial mainstream hip hop. So
took down Little Brother with him.
Is that what they said?
They didn't say that.
They didn't
That's
say that.
my interpretation.
You got to watch the documentary. We will definitely have an official documentary, but follow us on IG, Dead End Hip Hop, and you can see our very quick reaction to that documentary on our IG.
And shout out to Fonte. Fonte watched it. Shout out to Fonte.
Shout out to Fonte.
Big Pooh liked it too.
Oh, he didn't?
That's what's up.
Okay,
that's what's up. All right, so moving on to the next topic. Old school versus new school.
What happened?
They kind of saying the same thing, but they saying it a little bit different. So I want to see where you guys stand on it. Lil Yachty recently has come out and said, and he shared his thoughts on the state of hip hop currently. He says, hip hop is in a terrible place. The state of hip hop right now is a lot of imitation.
No, it's bad.
A lot of quick, low quality music being put out. And this is also in conjunction with old school. So the old school rapper that I'll be quoting today is Exhibit. He says hip hop has lost its staying power due to short attention spans. The West Coast rapper also believes there's no emotional investment in the music compared to when he released albums. How do y'all feel about where the state of hip hop is, and do you feel Yachty and Exhibit bring valid points to the argument?
What's Exhibit been up to?
Trying to pimp his ride.
I think he's done with that.
I know he's done with that.
I'm just asking the question. I was just surprised, like Exhibit just popped out of nowhere and be like, hey, you know, state of hip hop, yo. Like,
he still gets an opinion. You're rude as hell, man. So Slick Rick ain't done shit. So if Slick Rick said it, you still make that comment? Exactly. Rude.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
I hope he slapped the shit out of
Exhibit
you.
got a couple of good albums under his belt.
Yeah,
Exhibit,
40
yeah.
days, 40 nights.
Together, there's 3 or 4 songs, 5 songs that you want to listen to. When there may be 10 songs, 12 songs, you don't get to open the CD or the record. You don't get to read the producers. There's no emotional investment in the music. Like,
I don't think that's the issue with the state of hip hop. I think that's just the music industry in general making music disposable. There aren't album covers like that because everybody's just listening to shit on Spotify. You're not going to the store and buying shit. I love Exhibit, and even though I agree with him 100%, he sounds old.
So
Yeah, when I say it, I
old.
sound old too. Yachty's not saying the same thing that Exhibit's saying.
You don't think that they intersect? Because what Exhibit is saying is that there's no emotion in the music, and Lil Yachty says that it's a lot of imitation, a lot of quick, low quality music. So if you had emotion, if you gave a fuck about what you're putting out there, is essentially how I'm interpreting what Yachty is saying. But to me, it intersects what Exhibit is saying as well.
I feel you. I took what Exhibit was saying as the fans don't have emotional attachment to the music, not that the artist isn't putting emotion into the music. But I could be 100% wrong. But that's just how I read it. Because when I was younger, I had emotional attachment to Dell. I had emotional attachment to Razkaz. I don't know. I'm not saying they don't. I don't know if younger folks have emotional attachments to whatever they're listening to today. I would venture to say that some of them probably do, but by and large, since hip hop is so big, it's got disposable fair weather fans.
And I think part of the disposability that you're talking about is the imitation that Lil Yachty is talking about. If there's 7 or 10 dudes that sound exactly the same, how can I be emotionally invested because what makes them sound different?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So back in Exhibit's day, West sounded like the West, South sounded like the South.
Yeah, but the West had 35 motherfuckers that sound exactly the same too. All this is old people, and again, I'm old, but
just for context, give me some people that you felt at that time sounded relatively the same.
man, I'm not here to do all
Give me
that.
some. What do you
But I mean,
you never know who's
no, it's
watching.
not I just don't want to put people out like that. But I mean, okay, DJ Quick, if you're talking about like a lot of dudes came out trying to sound just like him. They didn't really succeed, but it wasn't like there was all of this insane diversity. It was just harder for people to get popping back then.
This is just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like there was nobody like Nate Dogg. There was nobody like Snoop. There was nobody that sounded like Dre or Ice Cube. There was nobody that sounded like Warren G. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like those guys sounded original. Like you heard them and it's like, oh, okay, that's what this is. And you may not have fucked with all of them.
No, you're right. I can see.
Part of what Yachty is saying, that the imitation of hip hop right now, it's like, you know, during one of our Odd Friday battles, I played this dude, he was a one-hit wonder, CJ. The name of the song was Whoopty. And you like, it would sound like he was from Atlanta. You know, and juxtaposition, right? Somebody that took a lot of Southern influences, but still was New York to the core. ASAP, Rocky. Yeah, he had a little bit of flows and some of the beats was chopped and screwed and shit, but the shit he rapped about was pure New York. outside of the drug,
Not even close. What are you talking about?
He talked about Uptown.
He talked about fashion. He talked about regular
drinking.
party boy shit.
No, 100%. But okay, so when he was talking about fashion, I take it as a New York thing because New York was always up on it.
Like Harlem and shit like that.
Exactly. Like, and that's where he's from. Dipset and them. Like for me, I feel like Dipset set, like he was influenced by them in terms of how he dressed and putting labels on and shit like that. But that's just my personal opinion. But either way, I always felt he sonically sounded like South, but his aura was definitely Northern, like where he got his sauce from.
I feel like this is a very old head thing to argue. Like, oh, back in my day, everybody was individual, but these days everybody sounds the same. Just say you don't like the shit and let's move on. That's real. That's what it sounds like to me. Motherfuckers just don't like the shit.
That's what it sounds like to me as well. Like I don't necessarily agree per se. I think it's just whatever you're paying attention to.
So you don't agree that there's no emotional investment into the music currently?
I think there is emotional investment into the music. And I'd even take somebody that we was just talking about, Rod Wave. Like I think people are emotionally attached to Rod Wave because he's very like singy, songy, really emotional about the things that he's singing and rapping about. And I've heard people like, they like my daughter, when she listens to Rod Wave, like she be feeling it. Like it just be like, you know what I'm saying?
So I don't think that we could take either one of the statements to the extreme, right? Like I don't think Exhibit is saying that there's no emotional attachment at whatsoever, because I do agree. Rod Wave definitely has a lot of emotion. He comes from a place that, he's been hurt, he's been down and out, and that's just his style of music. Whether we like it or not, is just his style of music. But there is an emotional attachment there.
I'd even take Future. People have an emotional attachment to Future. Like I feel like Future represents a certain demographic of toxic men or whatever, and they be feeling that shit. Like, yeah, Future's talking for me. Like I feel like there are. I think it's just perspective.
So do you feel that an artist like Lil Baby has emotion in his music? Because every time I listen to him.
But somebody else, just because you don't feel that way.
No, I feel, but I'm just saying, I'm talking in general. But there's a lot of people that I've, and obviously they're more in my age group, the youngins, they do like Lil Baby, but I've never asked them the question to break it down in this type of context.
I'm not sure if Lil Baby makes people that get emotionally attached to it, because I think he just makes turn up music. Future sounds like he makes turn up music, but he makes music.
He be talking to people.
Yeah, he be talking to specific people. So that's why I'm using it. Like even Drake, I feel like people be like that whole. He has a whole demographic of like light skinned nigga shit, like for lack of a better term. I mean, but that's what a lot of people say it. Like my best friend said he makes music for me. Like, and he's light skinned, but I know that's a generality thing, but I'm just using it, for sexy.
Gotcha.
But you got people like for me, like Ka. Ka raps about shit that I'm like, that I'm emotionally attached to.
Exhibit ain't talking about Ka though.
He's not.
I know. I'm just doing both sides of the spectrum. I'm just going.
So let's break down Yachty's comments a little bit. Do you feel that there is a lot of imitation in hip hop right now?
Sure. I do think, people follow trends and try to do things similar. There are a lot of Future baby, there are a lot of Gucci babies. Yeah, sure. But I mean, at the core, there still are the Guccis, there still are the Futures, there still are the Drakes. So I still think that core is still there. Okay. So yeah, Michael, yeah.
And I want to bring it home just a little bit. For the most part, we just reviewed the Kodak Black album, and there were songs on there that we fucked with, right? But I think that some of us definitely made comments and statements about, and I'm just quoting Yachty, it being potentially low quality, and it being quick, being felt like it was rushed.
But then this shit's on your whole point because it was very emotional. There was plenty of emotion in that album. So I don't think you can use Kodak Black to back up Yachty's point.
You said that some of the music on there felt like he just went in there, said this is what I'm gonna do, and just
I said that some of the some of the songs felt unfinished.
Is that not low quality?
No, I don't think that's saying that it's low quality. That's saying I don't know what the fuck he's doing. He may have a point to it, because someone might put on Scaring the Hoes and be like, this shit sounds crazy. It's all over the place. This is low quality. Meanwhile, you talk to someone like JPEG and he's like, motherfucker, it took me a week and a half to make this beat because I put so much fucking time and emotion and investment into this. It's all about your perspective. Yeah, it's all subjective.
Yeah.
It's all about your
quality
perspective.
is a subjective thing.
And I think Yachty
Especially
is saying
in
that
terms of
because
music.
even though I don't, other than his newest project, I've never cared for Yachty's rap stuff, but it was very different. And I think that he had a lot of people that were emotionally invested in him. Again, the whole argument of this is low quality, we've heard this before. The whole argument of everything sounds the same, we've heard this before. You know? I mean, Exhibit, I love him, but come on, man. Like, I'm sure people back then were like, oh, Corrupt, Mac 10, like I said, DJ Quick, all y'all sound the same. I don't agree, but I'm sure people said that. It's just an old people thing. I bet you fucking Melly Mel said all y'all sounding the same.
I mean, no, I think it was to one of Mike's points earlier, and there was a podcast I listened to that kind of talks about the music industry, and there's been a couple of articles. One was in Billboard just about the state of music just in general, not just with hip hop. And, you know, a lot of execs are struggling to find the next star because they flock to TikTok to try to find the next star because that was a lot of stuff popping and they can't develop those stars. So that's why you're seeing the recyclable, everything sounding the same type music.
Like you said, it's music industry shit, not not so much the artist shit. It's music industry shit.
It's not always fair to just attack the artists because, I mean, we've done it and I'm trying to stop because I understand, like, if you're fucking 16, 17 and you want to get put on, of course you're not going to come out sounding like Ka because you're not going to make money that way. You're going to come out sounding like Rod Wave, or you're going to try to imitate Kodak Black because that's what makes sense for the music industry, for the record execs. Okay. It's just kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like attacking a poor person because they stole shit from the store as opposed to looking at the entire system that makes them poor, that makes them have to steal from the store. I don't want to attack some young ass artist because he sounds like everybody else.
So two of our favorite artists have an album together.
Damn.
And this is their second go at it. 2 Chainz and Lil Wayne, Welcome to College Grove. They just released the track list. And
J-Lo and Pitbull. I was ready, Feefo.
they just released the track list. I sent you guys one of the first singles that was actually produced by Big Crit. It's called, yes, it's in our chat. It's called Long Story Short. I sent the actual video. They actually have a video for it. It was the first video that they did for the album. Very dope. I love the production on it. It sounds exactly like Big Crit, but it's amazing to hear 2 Chainz and Lil Wayne on it. And I follow Big Crit's brother, which is his manager, and he was like, man, I've been holding on to this shit for 4 months. I couldn't play it. So I followed him on IG. He went IG live. He was playing it. That shit was, I went straight to the fucking album and I had to play it.
Is Crit on the album? Like rapping?
No, he's not.
Oh, that's a shame.
He's not. So I will mention a couple of the features. The other single is called Pressure, that was produced by Bangladesh. So it's literally the Bangladesh joint and then the Big Crit joint. So I'm thinking production on this is about to be crazy.
Interesting.
I saw a video where I think a part of the track list where it had the album is like scenes, it's different scenes.
Yes.
And then one scene, 50 Cent was narrating. So I wonder are they gonna have different?
I'm ready for this.
Yeah,
shit
I wonder are they gonna have
That's
like a
like
different
movie.
Yeah, I wonder are they gonna have different artists narrating each scene. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
That would be
However,
cool.
I will give you the scenes and the features. So scene 1 is called Welcome to College Grove. Some of the features on that scene.
Collegrove?
I thought it was Collegrove too. That's why you
Collegrove. Yeah, my bad.
Damn, bro.
This me being
It's that Florida
me
shit.
being technical.
Damn, bro.
Collegrove.
You been around these
I
white
said
folks too
Collegrove.
much, huh?
I have been.
Damn.
Too long,
College Grove.
The scene 1 is called Welcome to Collegrove. 21 Savage is a feature on that first part. Scene 2 is called Duffel Bag Boys. Usher is a feature in that run. Scene 3 is called Ladies Man. You got Fabulous and Benny the Butcher as features in that run. Scene 4 is called No Fent, which has Fent, like short for fentanyl. I'm assuming that's what it is.
Gotcha.
Just says Fent. But Vori, I never heard of Vori. He's a feature, so is Rick Ross. And then the scene 5 is the last scene. It was Never Was Lost, and it has Marsha Ambrosius.
Oh.
Yeah, Marsha Ambrosius.
So
I
they,
haven't heard her.
So they are kind of all over the place.
Wow.
And this is being released under exclusive license to Def Jam.
I'm ready, bro. I mean, I wasn't excited until now. This sounds really interesting.
It sounds very interesting.
I was gonna listen to it regardless because I've loved what Wayne's been doing for the past like 2 years.
And I like the first one that they did too. The first
Yeah.
Collegrove. It was good.
Yeah. It's good. It's good.
And then, Myke, if you have not listened to Long Story Short, please.
I didn't know you sent it.
I will play it as soon as.
No, I'm gonna check it out when I get to the house. I didn't know you sent it.
So last but not least, this is a Southern legend.
You buried the lead.
Yeah, I was about to say. Damn.
That's how you do videos like this, man.
I know, man.
You know you're doing the right thing.
Let me cook, man.
I know.
Let me cook. Last but not least, Andre 3000, ATL legend, Southern legend, has announced. I don't know when this one is gonna come out, but he said on November 17th he is dropping an album. But it's not what you think. So Killer Myke was not lying. Killer Myke said that there was a Andre 3000 album coming out, but it's not hip hop.
They made him walk that shit back.
They did.
They really did. They really
did.
He was
right.
Whoop.
Yeah, they called him immediately.
For real.
He had that flute playing in the background. Was like, man, you gotta stop.
Yeah.
You gotta take all that shit.
It's
back.
called New Blue Sun.
It is.
Yeah.
It's called New Blue Sun, and it is a flute, instrumental album. How do y'all feel?
I'm ready. I didn't say nothing in the
listen
chat
to
because
it.
y'all were clowning, but I'm actually
listen to
excited
it.
for it.
I mean, I listen to instrumental albums anyway, so.
Right.
And I like flutes. I used to be in band. I like flutes.
I was in band too.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No,
But I'm sure it's not
You played
just
the flute?
flute.
You played
No, I
the-
play clarinet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you ain't played a recorder?
That's a flute.
I know.
Nerd.
I'm pushing play as soon. I mean, I wasn't complaining about it when I saw it that it was gonna be a flute album. So I'm like, cool. Like I said, I listen to instrumental albums anyway, so this is right up my alley.
This is fucking hilarious.
Yo, everyone's gonna listen to it.
Of
Have y'all
course.
seen
He
the?
gonna go platinum, bro. First day.
I think he is.
Y'all are being serious.
You said in a day?
No.
you
I
said
was
what?
just talking shit. I was talking shit.
He said in a
but
day.
everybody
Oh, in a
is
day.
gonna listen to it.
Everybody's gonna listen to it.
He's
It's not
gonna
gonna
go
go
gold
platinum.
like in the first week. I think the album will go platinum eventually.
If it's really just flutes, I think people are gonna turn it off and they're gonna turn it back. You know, they're not gonna stick with it.
No.
They not.
No,
Come on.
not at all.
So you think most people are just gonna give it one go?
Of course.
And that's it.
The curiosity. They like,
Yeah.
let me just, I have to hear how this sounds.
Most
Yeah.
rap fans, I think, are not excited about hearing a Woodwinds album.
No.
I
Who the
think,
fuck is that?
huh?
Who, Woodwinds.
A flute.
It's a
Like,
flute. It's the type
who
of
the
flute.
fuck is that?
Yeah, it's the type
He
of
thought
flute.
Woodwinds was a
Yeah.
rapper.
No. It's
Nah, I
the type
thought that
of
shit
flute.
was-
It's the type of flute.
Thought that was like a genre of music, nigga. Like what the fuck is you? The hell? Hey, look. Just recently, I got put on the yacht rock. I didn't know that
you're
was a
good,
thing.
bro. You're good.
I didn't know
You're
that was
good.
a thing. So
I don't think that most your average hip hop fan is gonna enjoy. If it really is just him playing the flute, I think they're gonna turn it on just to see what it's about, and they're gonna turn it back off.
what if we put like flutes over like trap beats though?
But no, real talk. That's what I'm curious about.
Like
Is
what
there
is
gonna
it?
be flutes and then also other
instruments.
instrumentation, or is it legit just
him.
gonna be him playing a flute?
You know what's gonna be crazy? The number of bands, depending on how this shit sound, high school, college
playing the
bands,
songs?
bro,
Yeah.
are gonna be
absolutely.
tearing this shit up, bro.
Yes.
Especially if it is over some trap sounding beats and shit like that. Oh, they
Forget
gonna
about
go
it.
crazy,
But
bro.
I have
it's
a
gone.
feeling it's not.
Yep.
Because I think I've told y'all, like when I was living in Eastlake, my friends would see him in East Atlanta all the time. And there's a video that you can find online where he's just sitting outside of a gas station playing the didgeridoo. He's just weird like that.
Yeah.
So I could legit see this album just being him playing the flute.
Yes, bro.
I
Yes.
need interviews.
He gave not an excuse, but he gave a reason as to why he's
Okay,
doing it.
I missed
and
it.
it does make sense. I literally just saw it today. But he's basically saying like, fuck, I don't want to like
not the way the
misquote
wind
him,
blows.
but yeah,
Just
Wow.
that was corny as hell, bro.
Come on.
That was
Come
corny
on.
as hell, bro.
Can y'all roast this man?
Holy shit. Roast him like a piece of corn? Jesus Christ, dude. And he knew the second he said it because he put his head down. And it's the same excuse he's given before, or reason he's given before is, I just don't think, I think he's
inspired to
afraid
rap.
of it like living up, and he's not inspired to make a rap album right now. He's like, I don't think I can do that. And I get it. If you're Andre 3000, every year that goes by, it's harder and harder for you to make an album that's gonna hold up.
Especially when you dropping verses.
But
though.
yeah, you drop a flute album, who's gonna be like, this is bad?
Right.
Because you don't know anything about the fucking flute. You don't know if it's good or bad.
Right.
I think it's just really interesting. When you first sent it, I think you sent it,
Yeah, I
right?
did. Yeah.
I was like, yo, he really made us wait all of this time to just drop a flute album.
He gave us enough. He gave us
Yeah.
enough verses.
He told y'all he wasn't making an album, so it's our fault for waiting.
Yeah,
serious. But no, I think it is going to be interesting, and I definitely am going to play it.
Yeah,
as
we all
soon
gonna
as
push
that
play.
shit drops.
Yes, we
I
all
am
gonna push
so
play, bruh.
I
Curious.
think it's going to be good.
I do think it's going to be.
I
good.
do not.
How do you judge a flute album?
Yeah,
That's the
Yeah.
thing. You can't.
Like, how do you have expectations? Fuck judging it. How do you go into it with any type of expectation?
Right. He flat out said there's no rap, and he said he's putting a sticker on the cover that says no bars. That's what he said.
That's
So
what's up.
there's no rapping
what's
on
up.
this. And he's setting your expectations up. He's basically saying, I don't want y'all rap fans to walk into this album expecting something other than me playing the fucking flute.
He's coming into this as a creative.
I think it's dope.
And
I do.
and that's it.
Oh, real quick, it's not just
Wow.
gonna be him playing the flute. It's he's got other people like multi-instrumentalists.
There you go.
Carlos Nino is how you say that.
So
Why
it's
you
a
look
jazz
at
album.
FIFO?
Or classical.
Racist ass.
he-
Why you
that
look
was
at
kinda-
FIFO? It was super racist.
Yeah, it was.
He said Carlos
I'm going
Nino.
to my-
You done looked at Myke with me.
Sure
because
did.
y'all not Hispanic. What do you mean?
He admitted it.
I'm looking for clarification on the word that y'all
Racist
I gotta
said.
see it.
Kind of like hurricanes.
It was a hurricane. You really showed your age on that shit. It wasn't.
That's what I was thinking. El Nino.
Y'all both showed.
You were thinking it too.
I was, yeah. I'm old as shit too. But yeah, it's featuring a few different people, so that it's other people playing instruments along, probably with his flute.
This is gonna be cool, man.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be cool.
Because I like
do.
B. I like listening to instrumental stuff. I like listening to jazz. Like, yeah, this is gonna give me something else to just kind of vibe out to. I'm looking forward to it. Would I have one of the rap albums? Sure, but you know, this is what he wanted to give us. I'm cool with it.
3 stats thing.
It
bro.
is.
It is.
It is. Have y'all seen the track list? That's so 3
I haven't
steps,
seen
too.
anything.
Yeah, the track
list.
The
is
titles are so
the titles
long,
are
bro.
long,
That's
like,
so crazy.
I didn't realize this, but the first one is that joke I just made, the lame joke. Is I swear I really wanted to make a rap
I saw
album, but this is literally the way the wind blew me this time.
That's the best track.
2 is the slang word pussy rolls off the tongue with the far better ease than a proper word vagina. Do you agree? That's the title.
That's the title. That's crazy.
This is gonna be
Yeah, it's all of them along like
this is
that.
eclectic
Yeah,
and
yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
But look, at the end of the day, it's always been a part of Andre 3000. He's just exploring a different part of his musicality. So we are here for it. Are you here for it?
Ask Spike Lee. I want to know if Spike Lee is here for it.
Spike said he's gonna listen.
He said he's gonna listen.
That's all he said, though.
Yeah.
That's all he said. But
with
you guys already know what it is, man. Thank you for watching another episode of The Rundown. The conversation after the conversations in the comment section. How do you feel about 3 Stacks' new album, the Flute album? How do you feel about new school versus old school in regards to the state of hip hop right now? Again, let us know your comments. Are you excited for the Collegrove, Lil Wayne, and 2 Chainz album? And that nigga said, who? That nigga dumb as hell. What was the first topic of conversation we had? I'm trying to recap your shit for y'all niggas, man. These niggas is acting dumb as hell. The Black album being 20 years old. How do y'all feel? It makes me feel old as hell. You probably never listened to it. But again, conversation after conversations in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe. We out. Peace.